Welcome to this week's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Fanfiction Theater. I'll be your host. I'm Declan. With me are our two actors, Ethan and Steven.
I'll be assuming the role of Chaz.
Well,
Princeton.
hold on. We'll get to that, you fuck. Okay.
Leave
very excited to have you two here with us today. This week's episode is a fanfiction by authoress Sexy Okami on adultfanfiction.net. Thank you, Sexy, for the story. The title, Good Time in the Shower.
I think that mark that down in my list of autobiography options.
I didn't think I would start laughing this early.
Rated M for marvelous.
Rated M for men.
Sexy Okami would like us to know that she does not own Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, is property of Kazuki Takahashi. Thank you, Sexy, for letting us know. Let's get started, shall we? I'll play the role of the narrator / the gym coach. Ethan, you will be Chaz, as you mentioned before.
Chaz it up.
You're going to Chaz it up. And Steven, you will be Bastion. His new... Well, we'll get to it. Okay, let's begin. Come on, you slackers, run! Bellowed the gym teacher to his students. Sweat was covering his body. His strong legs burned in a pleasurable way. He took out his black hair of his face, showing his irregular blue eyes. He was shirtless, showing his well-built chest and torso, not knowing the hungry looks of some of his classmates, especially from a dark-haired, gray-eyed boy. They have been running for half an hour, burning calories. Chumley was on the floor, in the middle of the gym, resting. Jaden and Cyrus were jogging and talking. The teacher blows his whistle, and everyone stopped running or jogging. Now, the teacher barked. I'm going to put you in pairs to shoot some loops. After calling a few students and giving some balls to the pairs. Chaz, Bastion, move your asses over here, roared the man. The two boys looked at each other and walked to one of the loops. Author's note, they are playing basketball. Bastion took the ball. Bastion took the ball and shooted to the loop, making 3 points. Chaz tried, but he couldn't make the ball go through the loop.
Stupid ball,
he whispered angrily and tried again, and again failed.
What's so funny?
Bastion laughed, and Chaz frowned.
What's so funny?
He asked hotly. The raw duelist sighed, walked toward the other kid, turned him to face the loop, and stood behind him.
You're doing it wrong.
His breath was cold against Chaz's sweaty neck. He felt an arm sneaked its way to his waist. Bastion pressed himself to the warm body in front, put a hand on the other boy's shoulder.
This is very forward.
Making him bend a little his knees. He pressed more the body in front of him and muffled a moan, where his semi-hard member touched Chaz's behind.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fully hard.
Chaz's eyes widened when he felt it. He's hard for me. Oh my Kami, I can't believe it.
Now shoot,
whispered Bastion and nibbled Chaz's earlobe. Said boy moaned and threw the ball, getting it to the loop. They keep practicing. Bastion teaching some moves and touching him every time he could. Chaz doing some of the moves wrong, so Bastion needed to touch him, and he rubbed himself against the raw duelist without shame. It just felt so good. Then the bell rang. The class was over. Okay, ladies, take a shower and have a nice evening, said the teacher. Chaz sighed. He knew that nothing more would happen. Bastion held Chaz more close to him, bending a little to whisper in the rich boy's ear.
Let's finish this in the shower.
And with that, he let Chaz go and walked out of the gym, going to the showers that were outside the gym. Chaz followed him. He saw Bastion entering the lockers room. Chaz looked around to see if someone was following him and almost ran inside the room.
Bastion?
He asked. His heartbeat thundered in his ears. He walked to the center of the room, and then someone put the lock on the door and turned off the lights.
What the fuck? Bastion, this isn't funny anymore. I'm not fucking...
Before he could finish, two powerful arms sneaked around his slender waist and pressed him more to a well-built body.
Me neither, Chaz. I was waiting for a chance to fuck the living out of you. I was waiting for a chance to fuck the living out of you. To pound that little sweet ass of yours. To make you come so hard and fast that it would hurt. You have your cock dance in my hot mouth. Can you see it? Sliding in and out. Saliva all over. Teeth rasping the skin. Driving you insane. Wanting to come? I can give it to you,
said Bastion. And with his rich accent...
After 3 hours, he finished his monologue about fucking this dude.
And with his rich accent was more than that Chaz could take. Chaz turned around and started kissing Bastion like no tomorrow. Bastion grabbed the boy's thighs and pushed him up. The rich boy wrapped his legs on the other's waist. They groaned when their cocks touched. Bastion walked to the showers. In the showers room, there was light. Bastion sat his tonight companion on the couch, and almost ripped the other's shirt. Chaz rested his head against the mirror and sighed when the English boy started kissing his neck, collarbone, and chest. Bastion saw the dreamy look on Chaz's face and licked his way to a nipple and twisted his tongue, but never sucked. Chaz arched his back and was gonna held the other's hand, but his hand were held over his head and his own head. Fuck it.
You're mine to fuck. Who told you can control this?
Asked Bastion in a husky growl. Chaz arched his back again and moaned when he felt Bastion's chest against his.
Come on, stop the fucking tease. Just fuck me.
Chaz yelled, his voice angry, but Bastion saw the begging and frustration in his deep gray eyes. Bastion straightened and looked at the boy in front of him. Chaz had his legs opened, his knees pressed against Bastion's hips, his erection pressed against his gym pants. A deep blush covered his cheeks.
Are you gonna stare at me all day, or are you gonna finish what you started?
Asked Chaz in a whisper. He didn't like one bit the way the rod was looking at him. Bastion kissed the rich boy brutally, entering his mouth with his tongue. After a few good minutes of free-inching Chaz, they pulled back, both teens needing the sweet breath. Bastion took off all their clothes.
Take off all the clothes.
Not wanting to waste any more time. Chaz slid down from the sink, grabbing Bastion's hand. He led the way to the showers.
If we're in the showers, why don't we use them? Said
the rich boy with a sexy smirk. In one, Bastion was pushed inside. Chaz turned on the water key and water spilled over them. The rod was slammed against the wall. The Slifer started kissing him all over his chest, neck, and torso. Bastion purred and moaned when Chaz parted his legs open, nuzzling his tights, licking his balls. Bastion grabbed a handful of Chaz's damp hair and pulled him in front of his leaking cock.
Leaking?
Suck.
He growled, and actually the Slifer obeyed. He licked all the pre-cum, and then sucked hard and slowly, sending the raw insane, pulling Chaz to his feet and away from his cock. Chaz looked beautiful. His black hair was shoulder length for the weight of the water. Bangs framed his face. A deep blush covered his cheeks. His lips were swollen and his eyes were black with desire and an emotion the other duelist couldn't put his finger on.
Now what?
He asked in a strange voice.
Turn around. Put your hands on the wall for support.
Ordered Bastion. Chaz did it. Bastion looked at the beautiful back and tight ass and almost come there. He was going to prepare his little toy when the voice stopped him.
Just have me, Bastion. I want you inside of me.
Asked Chaz in that same strange tone. He really needs this. Bastion parted the boy's legs, gripped his hips, and thrust inside Chaz. Said boy groaned in pain, tears start mixing with the water.
Chaz, are you all right, love?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Whispered Bastion while kissing his back. Chaz's eyes opened when Bastion called him love. No one had ever called him that while screwing each other. He nodded and thrust his hips backward, making the raw start thrusting like a maniac. Chaz moaned and Bastion groans could be heard in all the shower room. Bastion opened his eyes and saw his lover jerking himself. He lowered his hand, covered Chaz's, and helped him in that task. After a few more strokes, the Slifer's body tensed, moaning every loud Bastion name.
Every Bastion
name, and came. Bastion tensed too. When the walls around his cock tightened around it, he grabbed Chaz's waist so he didn't fall to the floor after his orgasm. He thrust again, and he came with a growl and bites Chaz on the neck. He lowers them to the floor and got out of his lovers with a groan, resting beside him. When he felt strong again, Bastion got up, turned the shower off, got out, grabbed a towel from the locker room, and was open and starts drying off. Chaz was looking at Bastion from the shower floor. Bastion looked at him in concern.
Is this a one-time deal or not?
Chaz asked with the same strange tone. This lad is getting emotional.
Why do you ask, love?
Jesus, you're bad at this.
Then it hit him. How could I have been so stupid? Bastion stopped drying, walking toward Chaz, kneeled in front of him and touched his face. The boy's eyes were full of unspoken pleas and hopes. Things that he, the Chaz, would never say. Bastion gave him a small smile and a kiss on the forehead.
No. If you want, love.
Chaz's eyes changed from sad to wicked, and he threw himself at Bastion. Catching him off guard, he was on his back with the pretty boy straddling his hips.
Ready for another round, love?
He said, mimicking Bastion's accent.
Oh.
Bastion laughed.
You play dirty.
Chaz's eyes flashed and smirked, grounding the new erections.
Grounding?
Shut up.
Why, thank you. You know I'm a Princeton. We play dirty. Always.
Bastion smiled at the boy, earning a smile from the Princeton that melted him. This is going to be a wild ride. And
I want to hear the rest of that wild ride.
well, unfortunately,
We get a round of applause here really quick
right.
for Sexy Okami.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sexy Okami has not released a second chapter, so we can only hope.
man.
We can only hope.
Bullshit.
So thank you for joining us on this exciting episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Fanfiction Theater. We now return to your regularly scheduled programming.
So are you Chinese or Japanese?
I live in California last 20 years, but first come from Laos.
Huh?
Laos. We Laotian.
So are you Chinese or Japanese?
Welcome to Three Aweebos.
Wait,
Hey.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
We're doing that already.
Yeah. I
man.
am your host, Ethan.
I'm your other host. Oh, are you still introducing yourself?
This is your most exalted
Uh-huh.
ruler, Ethan. Here today with my co-hosts,
Go fuck yourself.
Declan,
I'm the glue that holds this ship together.
and then there's Steven.
Who else can do this? Who else can do it?
Oh, those guys are fast!
You told me that I forgot to play that one last week, and I was really disappointed.
Heartbroken.
Those guys are fast!
It's so good.
And fortunately, thank you very much for actually showing up today. We have our
thank you.
our occasional third
Oh
co-host.
yes,
Hey.
the Three Aweebos is now recorded.
You're nothing without me.
Whenever the fuck Steven feels like, because he just doesn't care.
But
He just
we don't live in time. This is a timeless area.
What
No,
are you saying?
We definitely do live inside time, and I can prove it.
It's all relative.
Nope.
What time?
I forgot what I said.
Great.
Amazing.
This is great. This is great so far. Every reason this episode is going to be bad is because of Steven entirely.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Every single one.
So
Well, you don't just have to throw me under the bus like that.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I think it's pretty fair at this point to do so.
Well,
Yeah,
like you said in the first episode, I'm always the least likely to be here.
yeah, we should have just recorded without him, like I said.
But that wouldn't be
we
fair.
knew he was the weakest link. We knew this was going to happen.
If we had not watched a show that was as long as it was, I probably wouldn't have. I probably would just record it without him. But this is a really packed week.
Yes.
Because Steven, you finished the thing. I finished the thing. We all
Yes.
watched the show. Let's get a quick Oreimo update.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow, you haven't done this
gosh,
yet.
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
So, as we all, we all watch the show together, and then on the side we all watch, an individual show for ourselves.
Yeah.
I watched Oreimo, whatever. Both seasons. Now, last week I finished the first season, and I loved it. And, I was really excited to start the second season because, what's the worst that can happen?
All your favorite characters returning.
I
Warned you,
know,
bro.
like-
I warned you about the second season, cuz.
And
You did, it's true.
then the second season came, and I've lost years of my life.
Man. Wow.
Once again,
It's truly that bad.
I don't even like anime anymore.
Oh,
Like, it's just
well, this is actually Steven's farewell episode. You made it a whole 3.5. So
come on.
I guess
This very special episode. The Three Aweebos.
Steven leaves and then gets molested,
man.
and we have to teach him about.
Should I just
Where
go
do
on
you
my
touch you,
rant
Steven?
about this?
Hit me with it.
All right.
Yeah, full force. Let's go.
All right. My rant. And I fuck. I told myself I would make a cheat sheet with pictures of all the characters and their names. So I
Oh,
wouldn't forget
Jesus
them.
Christ.
All right, let's play. Steven tries to explain anime.
All right, but the long story short in this show is the best girl from both seasons, whose homeboys
Monami,
best girl, neighbor girl, whatever,
childhood friend.
childhood friend, best girl,
Osana Najimi?
both seasons. totally level-headed, always great, always there to support her friend.
Always great.
Yes, always great.
There's some highlights, though.
All right. In the second... All right, so if you don't know, the show is about incest, kind of.
Yeah.
It's about this...
Steven tries to explain anime is my favorite segment. Oreimo is about incest. Yeah, no, totally.
It's with the concept of fucking your relatives.
It follows several people as they experience incest.
I'm going to my brother's room again tonight. I know I shouldn't, but I'm so passionate about it.
I mean, I don't know what his motives are. It's so unclear. So at the end of the second season,
his motive is to be filled in by you. He's an empty gap.
Yeah, he's a self-insert character.
I'm so glad I didn't put any of myself into him.
If I had a dime.
That's where you play the gay.
Shit.
Those guys are fine.
I played both of them. I got two.
He's drunk.
I got two whole game.
Okay, continue.
All right. And so, now, this is just some absurd idea that he wants to marry his sister. And when Best Girl, Minami, finally, on the last episode, gets in between them and says, you guys live in a real world. You can't do this. Yeah. Come back to reality. I'm giving you a second chance.
What a man. Minami is such a buzzkill.
And no, it was great, though, because she had the best part. Everything she said was totally true. But then fucking homeboy, whatever his name is, was like... Kyosuke, yeah. Fuck him. It doesn't even matter. He doesn't deserve me to... Anyway.
Oh, man.
He's like, no, but I love, and then the music plays, the music that plays to know that you're supposed to be on his side because of love.
Did you just hear that one? That's my favorite. That's my favorite line in The Dark Knight. Is Heath Ledger's?
Yeah.
Okay,
remember? Man,
you think
what a
favorite
favorite line.
You think you can steal from us and then just walk away?
Yeah.
Well, man, I can't even tell because there's no context to that.
Yeah, no, it's just the perfect.
And then Minami walks away. You never see her again. I couldn't be more pissed off about this show.
Right.
Worst. That's not the worst show I've ever seen. Symphogear is the worst show I've ever seen.
Well, go fuck yourself. That's what I like. We're not doing this again, but.
The second season actively ruined characters that were good in the first season.
No, it wasn't so much the episodes were so bad. Most of the season was actually pretty good. It's just it went in such a terrible direction, especially towards the end.
It's the second half is really where stuff gets really rough.
And
he has to reject every girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every single
they
girl.
think this is us closing a plot, threads, but it's just.
I would kind of preferred a montage of hey, what's up? We can't be together. Closes the door in the girl's face.
Literally, that would have been almost every single
that would be way better,
girl
funnier.
I mean, it would have been funnier.
Themselves at him.
Yeah.
Confesses and all that.
It's a lot like my high school experience.
Except for that cool glasses girl, she doesn't do that.
What's a cool glasses girl's name?
I can't even tell you that shit, bro.
Steven?
I can't even.
Okay,
no.
what's Kirino's friend's name?
Kirino's friend?
Yeah.
You suck! We're sitting inside a Tesla coil now.
You can't animate. I just can't.
No, This was I finished it last Monday.
Yeah. See, obviously you've forgotten all of the characters.
Glasses Girl was my favorite. She was my favorite.
She was my favorite, but she was a great character.
I liked how how weird she was. I don't know.
I guess
I had it somewhere in my heart that Kyosuke would fall for this weirdo when he has all these perfect girls around him.
More of a wingman character, if anything.
Sister girl, what's her name?
Kirino.
That one was right. That one was right. Hold on, where's my ding?
I said Kirino.
Okay, you are right.
Okay. You are correct.
You are smart.
So Kirino has no redeemable qualities about her except
for the fact that she's super hot.
Yeah, she's the hottest thing that's ever been drawn by a human.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing with you. But other than that, she has no redeemable qualities. She is constantly a total selfish cunt who never looks out for her brother.
Yeah. And I'm going to do that every time I agree with you. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say on this show anymore because he can do it for me. Whenever I need to say, I'm just going to have him say it.
It's like Heath Ledger's in the room with us right now.
Yeah. Man.
It's a real bummer. Oh, God. Someone's channeling the spirit of Heath Ledger.
Oh, no. Oh, I shouldn't move that cable down.
It's a jumble of cables. It's like spaghetti.
Anyway, she has...
It cracks Steven up every time.
Oh God.
I am going to drive this podcast into the fucking ground with these effects. It's going to be awesome.
I was
distracting me.
I've been trying to tell this story for so long.
What do you
One
think?
second, Steven.
What does he think?
Okay. I was already going to confront you on this last week of like, dude, you used a lot of soundboard effects, but you're just doubling down.
At least they're shorter this time.
Yeah.
Okay, Steven.
You can't just do it on yourself.
Excuse me, I can't? Because I think I can.
Write this path, Steven. Finish your goddamn story.
Oh, it's because he's taking so long.
It's just she's a cunt. She's always getting mad out of nowhere. She expects him to know absolutely everything. And like,
It's called
no.
tsundere, Steven.
There's no communication there.
Yeah.
I'll stop,
siblings.
I swear. I'll stop.
Okay.
They're siblings. Of course,
I
there's
mean,
no
yeah,
communication.
they're not.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
all always irrationally angry at each other.
I guess
going
my
to
feelings
fight.
towards that show are the same as any other person's feelings towards that show that's seen it. Is second season really fucking sucked.
Yeah.
It's almost hard for me to think like, I can't believe I enjoyed the first season so much.
I also felt that exact same way. As like, was there something I just didn't see?
Was this
Yeah.
actually good, or was this just sort of like... Cause that
I
was,
almost forgot what was good about it.
That was, yeah, I mean, that was a pretty early show for me. That was like...
I guess I just enjoyed it.
I had an existential crisis.
Might have
when
been
I
my
finished
first
it.
harem. I don't even know. It was a while ago.
I had watched
me.
a number of harem by that point, been like, there's something refreshing about this show, and I don't know what it was. Turns out the secret sauce was incest.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And now I've done a dark path.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So, Steven, if the second season had ended with like a 5-minute scene of Kyosuke and Kirino just straight fucking on the bed...
On the real.
On their wedding night or something, would that have redeemed it in any way?
No.
No? You
All
don't,
right.
did you
Because
even...
I still don't want them to get together.
That was not his
I'm
pick. That was not
siding-
his girl.
I guess.
I'm still siding with.
But to me, it was extra bittersweet because
Or-
not only did he
Minami.
reject all of the other girls for Kirino, he rejected all the other girls for Kirino for
Yeah.
a month,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then apparently they stopped.
Not a lot of foresight there.
Not a good. No, he's not.
He's become
Not a
the
good planner.
least
He's not a
dateable
smart
person
guy.
on the planet.
He did
Yeah.
ruin everything for himself.
He rejected all of the hottest women in his entire town.
What he should have done is he should have fucked all these straight dimes and then banged his sister on the low.
Yeah.
That's what I would have do if I
an
was
anime.
him. Hypothetically.
Sure, yeah. I mean, at least, like, look out for himself. No, he's pathetic, though.
Yeah, he's a pathetic loser.
Yeah, absolutely. Why would anyone want to put themselves into his character if he's just pathetic?
Because all these women want his dick.
Yeah, they want the Dino.
Why?
That's the only because
He obviously,
they made it that way.
according to his personality and his actions throughout the show, he obviously does not have a penis. Why do they want it?
He's gotten pretty close. Like, most harem protagonists don't get as close as he does.
He did date a girl. That's that's more than.
Oh, she
that's
was
farther
a
than,
cunt.
Fuck
Fuck.
you.
Wait,
Kuroneka's the best. How do you not like Kuroneka?
She's terrific.
Are you kidding me?
She's adorable.
Well, it doesn't mean anything.
You see her in the cat ears and this is doing the
Oh,
thing.
sir, it's adorable.
She's
I'm not
so
talking
clingy.
about that.
It's great.
It's
Clingy.
Yes, she has a
All right, first, now, this is a problem on both their parts.
Here comes Steven's really contrived reason for why he hates Kuroneko.
All right. One, they dated for a week. There's a shot where you see a calendar, and they dated for like a week, and yet he got so fucking attached. But she like dumped him out of nowhere because her ultimate goals were for like him and the sister get together, which all together is a bad idea. It's very player Heath Ledger because you.
No,
agree
I
with me.
disagree. I'm gonna
Why do
say
you disagree?
No.
It's what happened in the show.
She's the best.
What
She's
I
like second best.
I wasn't even
Maybe
listening to
third.
you.
I didn't give any opinions. I told you the facts of the show.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you're probably right then.
I mean,
don't know.
she dated him for a week,
Yeah.
dumped him because of her plans for him and the sister.
yeah,
talks about it in her
was,
book.
She was thinking about him.
She knew it was a feudal love affair that they had.
Yeah, they were all
She's
tending
still a
fields
cunt.
and they weren't allowed to read. Do you get it? Feudal? You said feudal.
I got it. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't
All right, so-
watch Oreimo this week.
No, you guys didn't.
We watched.
Lucky you.
We watched.
We watched.
We all watched.
We watched.
We watched.
I watched all of it. Declan watched all of it. Steven watched the majority of it.
I guess I missed a memo or something.
We watched.
Yeah, you watched the part where I sent you the Blu-rays and you just ignored them. You fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to
We
defend
went down to our
myself.
local library and got out the Black Lagoon.
Yeah. We went up. Yeah, we went to our local.
Unfortunately, the OVAs were all out of stock.
So we watched Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah, we
Yes,
watched
Black
Lagoon.
Lagoon.
We watched the shit out of some Black Lagoon.
This is probably the most popular show we've done on this.
Really?
This is,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
this
I
is-
don't know what's popular.
The Black
It is.
Lagoon is pretty famous.
Yeah.
Cool.
Deaths.
It's
That's
it's
pretty
a
good.
show about
Thank you.
4 criminals
Yes.
who are modern day pirates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they just transport stuff. They're just delivery people.
But
who
they also
sometimes
do
shoot
some pirating.
guns.
They
Yes.
like sell swords, I guess. Also,
Yeah.
and
They call themselves delivery.
yes,
Yes.
to cover the fact that they're just
They're
criminals.
pirates.
Yeah. So
and
Madhouse, 2006.
yep, and it has a wonderful 2006 jank to it.
A little bit. I mean, it looked better than Death Note, which was also
Yeah.
Madhouse 2005.
I think that was also 2006. I think it was the same.
I thought it was 05, and you're always a year off, so
it's
I'm going to
true.
say 05.
Almost definitely then.
Okay.
But it had a terrific look because it looks mid 2000s as all hell.
Oh shit! It is 2006. You're right.
Oh yeah, chalk one up for Ethan. And it's about our protagonist is Rock. He goes by Rock now. His name's The Rock now.
Oh wait, hold on.
Okay.
I have a
Hit it.
clip. I have
Hit
a
it.
clip from this
Hit it.
show. Okay, I got it. Let me try to.
Let's go, little Miss Chinglish.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
And by the way, my name is Rock now.
Fuck.
Wait, listen.
So, very well. Do as you wish. Let's get going.
Like this is that was a
All
great
right, that
moment.
makes sense.
My name is Rock now.
Been there. Okay.
That's
Okay,
like
all
that's
right,
like when
yeah.
a little kid talks to you. It's like, okay.
I'm gonna be named Magical Fairy Princess now. All right, fucking
Oh, you
whatever.
fucking
All right.
That kid's.
So, and he was a Japanese businessman. Got himself tangled up in a
Salaryman.
web. Salaryman.
Actually, no. He at some point it turns out he
think that-
was not a salaryman, but he was like on a boat doing business stuff. I don't know.
Well, no, he was a businessman.
Okay, so
He-
he,
he
He was
office
like the
worker, I
he
don't
was
know.
the
he was previously white collar. He is now a pirate through a crazy series of circumstances. He's living on a boat with these 3 criminals who are his buddies. Revi, who is this crazy lady, Chinese American. Then we have Dutch, who is the black guy.
He's
guy.
like the
Black-
captain.
black
of the,
man.
He's like the captain of the crew.
Yes, he's the captain. And then you have Benny, who does nothing.
No, he does.
Benny,
Oh,
who
come on.
does nothing for
Yeah,
No,
he-
he's a tech guy.
Benny gives
except
Dutch,
what he does nothing in the entire show except for that one episode.
he gives Dutch somebody to talk to.
I guess. Yeah.
Sure. I still appreciate Benny.
Sure, but he doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, there's no reason for them to
Well,
keep
I mean,
him on.
because-
There's-
because-
assuming they're splitting it evenly, there's no reason to be paying Benny any money at
him-
all
him
because he
and-
does nothing.
Him and Dutch kind of work together. Like
I think
he
he's
does
the lookout. He's the tech guy on the boat, and
Yeah.
he monitor. He's like the sit rep guy,
Maybe. Yeah,
like
I
home,
guess.
for the home base. And you get a series of like 3-episode arcs in which they get into
Usually.
misadventures.
Yep.
Very much like the Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop style. They get themselves a job and they go do it.
Yeah. It's set in the early 90s in just the
Yep.
worst part of the world, which is Southeast Asia.
Yep. Just complete hellhole.
Yes. Ironically, the place where a lot of the show was animated. 'Cause
Yep.
you can tell looking at these Blu-rays, you can tell when it just suddenly becomes 480p. It's like, oh, they couldn't scale that because it looked like garbage. So all the edges there's no such thing as aliasing.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I noticed some of that.
not there is an overarching plot, not a huge one.
Yeah, the plot is just a descent into evil.
Yeah, into complete evil.
And just nihilistic, just depression and chaos.
And then it's all right in the end. So
not really.
very much the Cowboy Bebop style, and I really loved it. I thought it was terrific.
It was good. I only agreed to do this show because it was directed and written by Sunao Katabuchi, who also wrote the screenplay for Ace Combat 5, which is my favorite video game of all time. And I thought they'd be similar, but they're not. So
Yeah, this is better.
So I have nothing. No, go fuck yourself.
Oh, come on.
No, that game is perfect. Like,
I understand your love of that game.
but like, man, I know he didn't write this show because it was already a manga before this, but knowing him, like, you know how it gets kind of confusing
I think
with
it
all
started
the...
as a light novel.
No, it's a manga.
It was a manga? Okay.
It's definitely a manga. There is a light novel that was written by
Ken
Urobuchi.
Urobuchi, yes.
But
Butcher.
it started as a manga. But just knowing this guy and knowing Ace Combat 5, all these tangled plot things with all these rivaling factions, it probably fits together perfectly because Ace Combat 5 has so many goddamn threads, and I've played it 20 times, and it makes perfect sense. And there's no problematic like character motivations or like plot holes or anything. It's just fucking so solid. It's amazing.
Like Do Rah Rah Rah, where like you get just thousands different things that all come together in a perfect package, where like you can't keep up with it, and then at the end they explain it. You're like, fucking right.
I wouldn't know, but sure.
So yeah, Steven, what'd you think?
I absolutely loved it.
We watched the dub, by the way. Just
yeah,
if you couldn't tell already,
which was
by the
really,
dub
it was
clip.
really good.
Fine. Acting was fine. Mixing was not fine.
You know what also wasn't fine? I noticed a lot in like the earlier episodes, you would get a lot of redundancies in the dialogue.
That happens when the Japanese sentence is longer than
Yeah.
what it would take to say it in English. They just have to add words to the sentence.
That's
so
what I kind of
people
expected, 'cause I know this
like
same thing.
you'll see characters almost saying the same sentence twice in one sentence, or
Yes.
or adding just so many like sort of
It's like Shakespeare.
Yeah, well, no, not at all, not at all. Just adding a lot of.
Yeah, it's all in ambient pentameter.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
What a twisto.
Yeah, just a lot of just disposable words just thrown in. Like every sentence has to end in "all right" or "you got it" or because they need syllables.
Yeah, they need something. Yeah. I thought that the main cast was all great. I thought actually most of the voice acting was very good.
Yeah.
I particularly thought that Revy was excellent.
Sure. Yeah.
I didn't have problems with
I have no reference for the Japanese audio, but because I didn't.
I think we'll play some of the Japanese audio later.
Oh, because it's a really good
man.
English.
There is. Did you happen to
Okay.
switch to the Japanese audio at any point?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll probably get to
Because
that later.
I was wondering how they would in the Japanese version, because you have Japanese people translating into Japanese for people who don't speak Japanese.
It's mainly the playground scene where Revy is in the playground
with the boys,
and she's actually talking to them in Japanese, but the showmakers put it in English. So in the English dub, they just made it English again.
Yeah,
they
fuck it.
Yeah, if you want to, we could just do that now. You want to?
Yeah, hit me with it.
You want to hear what that sounds like? Okay, I have these all in. Okay, so she sees these kids in the playground and.
Your mommy is waiting for you. Now go home, you kids.
Okay, that one wasn't so bad. You can understand what she's saying there. Okay, how about
that was
this?
English.
How about this one?
What the fuck? Bullshit! I'm not gonna take this kind of crap, you dick!
That was actually at the fair when she was mad at the guy because she cheated in the
Yeah.
game. But yeah, that's really
What
just
the fuck?
yeah, that's oof. Okay. There's more kids.
Hey, you got the brats?
Dude, you got the brats. Let's have a barbecue, fam. Let's go.
So I mean, at least they got like her dialogue sounds like she would talk. It's just that she can't speak English.
Yeah.
Just here. How about this?
Hello. So you're a real gamer, aren't you? Just
Real
repeat
Gumby?
sorry excuse for a gun.
You're a real
Okay,
gum.
brats.
Oh.
Now what's the count we got right up there? All right.
All right.
She was talking about the cans they had lined
right.
up.
Oh, the cans they had lined up.
And this is the last one this might be my favorite.
You wanna shoot each other up, then head on out to Lebanon.
Or Lebanon.
What?
If you want to shoot each other up,
Go
you
to
should
Lebanon.
head on out to Lebanon. which I can't believe they expected a Japanese person to say that lines because there's so many R's and L's. It's just like Lebanon. It's impossible.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I had a big dumb grin on my face the entire time.
Yeah.
So, did you guys have a particular arc that you really liked? I really liked the Japanese Yakuza arc. Because it was,
Yeah,
Was
that
it
was
the last one?
that was the final arc of the
Okay,
show.
yeah,
that,
yeah.
that was my favorite of them all.
That one was kind of depressing. I really liked Roberta, which I guess that's what I'm gonna say a lot of people liked Roberta, which is why they brought her back for the OVA.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really think
Oh,
this
fuck,
over.
the twins.
The twins.
Oh.
I think the twins might have been my favorite. The
Yeah.
vampire.
I think
siblings.
it's weird, because you guys don't know this, but I've seen other shows do that exact same trope of the twins that are really weird and always making out with each other. Mm-hmm. Like that, they do the same thing in Shakugan no Shana, which aired in 2004, and there's probably others, but I don't know. Like I wonder where that came from. Like why did two people think of? How about there's twins and they always make out with each other?
Yeah.
Now it's Oreimo. They're not twins, but
Except they're
not-
not.
they're not,
Because they're.
they make out with each other. So.
Oh, those guys are engaging in incest.
Yeah.
Incest is still gay.
Not really. I mean, it can be, I'm sure.
Technically.
So, yeah, that arc was really good. That had a really fucking, just a downer ending.
Like I guess I didn't expect going into it for the show to be as dark as it was.
Well, dude,
like,
the ending,
really
you get
up.
like the first episode is kind of this crazy caper, and you get to the ending, and you're like, oh
God,
fuck. Which is one of my favorite endings I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
goddamn weird.
It's fucking awesome.
It's almost like this like synthesized adagio for strings. Just that kind of really slow, solemn.
Yeah, because I knew we were in for some shit there.
Yeah.
And they do a really great twist on that during the twin arc, like the twins. I think the payoff of the twins arc is really good. I don't think it's as strong throughout as the Yakuza one is, because the Yakuza one has intrigue going on throughout the entire thing.
And plus, I think that deals a lot more with the characters.
I didn't know what was going on during the Yakuza. I was just
Really?
like, there's so many groups. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
We got Revy beating the shit out of people. It was good.
Well, sure. Yeah, she does that.
Yeah,
and kind of some of the downfall of Rock. Not downfall, but...
Oh, no, you decline into being a bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah, like Rock is weird because there's no reason for him to be with these people because he's not evil and they are evil, and
they're not on the right side of the law.
No, they're bad. They're bad. They're evil people. They shoot innocent people and steal from them.
I think that's really mainly Revy. I think like Revy is the X factor.
Because Dutch,
Dutch
talked to her
doesn't
about
really
that
lift a finger. He's mainly on the boat. Like,
he just takes her
he's
to
a
the
leader
places where she shoots the people.
figure.
Sure.
I guess he's just an angel.
No, it's
yeah,
just,
Rock is just like, I don't know, I might as well do this.
Because he saw the light of like, fuck, I've been living this boring ass life. I'm gonna live in this hellhole with these fucking maniacs.
I just don't think Rock is very smart. Like you got what's this?
You know what you need to ignite gunpowder?
What?
You need a gun.
No, you don't.
You
don't.
Any,
You definitely
any ignition source, really.
You definitely do not. And then in the OVA, he just goes all
due respect, Mr. Chang. You are the goddamn piece of shit!
Yeah.
With all due respect. Yeah, I guess.
With all due respect, just fucking kill yourself.
This is my favor asking face.
This is my favorite face.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really dumb lines in the show.
It's perfect. It fits so well. It fits
really
perfectly.
Great,
So I had a crisis when I was watching the show because I'm like, it's like, oh, you're to fucking throw up a touchdown like Brett Favre.
Oh, I have that clip. Okay, so yeah, you questioned us like, wait a second, how do you pronounce Brett Favre? Because they say.
Girl might be hopeless on her own, but if she follows my little game plan, she'll be throwing for the touchdown like Brett Favre.
Favre.
Yeah, it's Favre.
Okay, it's definitely Favre. And then later in the show, just a few episodes later, they do this.
I think Sean-Paul Sartre said that.
Sean-Paul Sartre, which I looked this up afterwards, and it might be pronounced Sartre. I'm not sure. My philosophy professor always said Sartre. But it's definitely not Sean-Paul Sartre. He was French.
Sean-Paul, he's got the right temperature.
I just imagine
from the storm.
This French philosopher with his pipe and his crazy eye. What's that called? Lazy eye.
Oh.
And he just has a backwards baseball eye. I'm like, yo, I'm Sean-Paul Sartre. Life is meaningless.
I'm going to feature on this track.
Life is absurd.
I have another crazy line.
I'm going to exercise my radical freedom and wear this hat backwards. You guys don't get these jokes.
I've not taken philosophy because I'm not a fucking I'm not a Tumblrite like yourself.
Oh. Yeah, no, definitely.
So, dude, what if we all just want to fuck our moms?
Yeah, that was Sartre. That was him.
All of my philosophy I got from Evangelion. So I have a crazy line. It's I'm Jewish. Fuck the Nazis, a family creed. Like,
I love that
line. I thought that line was amazing.
Yeah, speaking of religion,
it's against my religion to drink.
Well, that's pretty pansy ass.
I love that so much. And then that guy walks around with a flamethrower for the rest of the
a lighter flamethrower.
I need to make That's Pretty Pansy Ass into its own sound effect. I haven't done that yet.
Hold on a sec. Is she taking it up the ass? Like,
oh right, yeah.
Oh man. I have a note from the first episode. I called this, by the way.
Oh wait. Speaking of the Nazi arc, there was one Nazi I'm pretty sure is Patrick Starr. Did you guys notice this?
Stand by for the commander's instructions.
No.
Yeah, I also thought that.
Okay.
I also had the exact same.
I don't see it.
Oh, is Nazism an instrument? I don't know.
Fucking Jesus.
So I had a note from the first episode. I think Benny only exists for Dutch to talk to. Totally called it. Totally called that from moment zero.
Yeah. And to get with Counterfeit Lady at the end.
Yes, which was awesome. I liked her a lot, actually.
Oh, so did I.
I was super into Counterfeit Lady.
Somehow hacking into internet things in 1992. I don't know how that happens.
Fuck it.
I guess fuck it.
I really, there was a character I really disliked for a while. I really disliked Etta. I thought she was.
Wait,
that's
the nun chick.
That's the nun chick.
Oh, that's right. Okay, they never call her that because her and Revy are always the ones talking, and they always refer to each other as bitch and slut,
which is awesome.
Yeah, like whoever made this, I guess manga, he really, really loves crazy ladies because every superpowered character that's not just like either like a bullet sponge or rock is just a crazy lady. Yeah. You've got Revy, whose actual name is Rebecca. You've got Nun Lady. You've got the other nun lady with the golden
awesome.
Desert Eagle.
Who does explode shit.
Pretty awesome. Yeah. You've got Roberta,
Chainsaw Girl.
Crazy maid lady. You've got Chainsaw Lady,
who I loved.
You've got Taiwanese lady.
Yep.
I have so many clips of Taiwanese lady. And you got Russian Mafia lady, Balalaika. But fucking Taiwanese chick who shows up during I guess it's the...
She has that Australian companion who gets smokes high.
Who smokes tons of weed. And Revy calls her Chinglish, and it's just like, they couldn't have her do like an actual Asian accent because they thought it would be offensive, but she still has to talk in broken English because otherwise the script doesn't make any sense. So she just ends up sounding like...
Let's go, little Miss Chinglish.
That's Revy, but...
Oh, you like for me to split your ass in four? It is not nice to make fun. You one rotten bitch.
She is really into the idea of carving things off of Revy's ass, and I don't know why.
You have to choose which asshole to shit out of.
Yeah, it's your best asset, I guess.
Not very good because I am pure Taiwanese. Maybe you'd like for me to skin your ass, bitch.
She just keeps going.
For the ass.
Like
always going for that ass.
Yeah.
You ready?
She wants a piece of that ass.
It's basically the same dialogue again.
Yes, Twinkie, I'm ready. You don't forget when we finish job, I carve some meat off your ass.
Oh, she said still whore at the end. But also she called her Twinkie. I didn't notice that. It's yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
Oh, cool. Now I keep on thinking, like, and we've had this discussion before. Who is the most badass character in the show?
Revy.
Do you think Revy?
She's the mascot. Like.
Yeah.
Brock is technically the main character, but the entire opening is all Revy. All of the promotional art, all of the manga cover. I haven't seen the manga cover. It's just all Revy. Before I watched this show, I thought it was just Revy all the time.
My thought
that's because hot chicks in skimpy clothing sells money.
But Revy's not hot. She's she's really gross.
No, she's not.
I like her a lot.
She constantly has her crotch in the camera. Like it's
so.
But
she's
great.
Really
she's got tattoos.
So my initial thought was like
so many cigarettes in this goddamn show.
Everyone's always
no one finishes a go halfway and then out the window.
They got so many of them.
Yeah, there's so many shots of cigarettes falling onto the ground.
In the opening alone, like there's like 20 cigarettes. But if you had asked me before this, like, what is this show about? I'm like, it's about this. I thought she was probably going to be like some secret agent type chick.
Yeah, something like that.
So, and this badass secret agent chick lady. And instead, it's about this Japanese dude who just gets mixed up with criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched the OVA as well. Declan and I did.
Most of us.
Steven missed the memo, apparently. Which was about nothing happening.
It's about
Good
Rock.
Talk, guys.
It's about Rock further losing his humanity,
just becoming a complete monster and threatening and like putting the lives of children in danger.
I got lost because I really needed the show to remind me more times that Romanipur is not the most wholesome town. I just really needed that spit in my face over and over and over again. It's like every other episode begins with a monologue. Romanipur is a town filled with hollowed out puppy skulls, filled with semen.
And people are just fucking the skulls.
People are fucking the skulls and then pissing in them and then dumping the piss on little girls and then other puppies and then they sell
the
those
little
puppies.
girls into slavery
and then
sell the slaves for weed and then they take
and then they smoke the weed and then they shoot each other.
Yeah.
So it's the
and then they fuck up this bar 6 times.
Yeah, that poor bartender.
I love that guy.
He never gets a break.
This town is like an ashtray filled with shit from a shit monster. Yeah.
That's actual Watchmen dialogue there.
I was gonna take the list. That's like Mr. Leahy.
My town is a city that bleeds with blood from the city of the streets. Crime-ridden city streets. Crime.
All right, then all right,
When
fine.
they ask me to save them, I will whisper.
Outside
Yada.
of like Revy or like the main, the main four.
Wait,
the
I
main
missed it.
characters.
I will whisper.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay.
I think that the Yakuza Samurai guy is probably the most
That
badass
fucking
character.
dude split a bullet with his sword, which I've seen a dozen times. In things, but...
Shit! That scene.
Okay, well-
All right, that scene when he kills that guy by cutting off his hands and pushing him into a pool.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's the most fucked up death
That's
for the
really-
entire show.
It's hard as fuck.
And even
It's
then he's
really
like,
fucking
you're lucky
hard.
I'm being so merciful.
It's so
I know.
because you knew he was about to pop off. Because you're waiting like, we'll take up my sword once more, and you're like, oh shit, word for some shit. And it's the bowling alley fight was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was a
really
lot.
good.
It was a big fight. But you know who the best character is?
Who?
Is Lawton the motherfucking wizard.
Wait,
Do you remember that guy? No,
I don't think I do.
Nobody.
Who was this guy?
The first time he's in the arc where all of the mercenaries are trying to get counterfeit lady.
Yeah.
He's one of them, and he calls himself
Oh,
Lawton the
yeah!
Wizard. And
He's the one that had
when
that-
the building's coming down, he's standing on the roof, and he's always giving these really dramatic monologues
Yo, yes!
that are really, really well written and really funny. And then
When
they
you say
always
always, he did it once. That's
no, you didn't
No,
watch
he
the
does it
OVAs.
he does it like
comes
3
back,
times.
and he's
Fuck.
way better in the OVAs, and he's
yeah.
fucking
man.
hilarious.
Oh,
and
my
like,
God.
you know, he's comic relief, so he's never gonna get
Yeah.
killed. But he's always like getting his gun shot out of his hands, and he has these just perfect, like
Monologues.
really, really chuny bo dialogue.
The-
Like
the-
I am, I am the assassin of the moonlight, or just I don't. It's just a bunch of garbage. It's hilarious.
Oh,
that
I
guy's
love
awesome.
that guy.
They should have used him more. He's
that-
amazing.
That does connect us to the chainsaw chick.
Yeah.
The cleaner. That's
Again, more crazy ladies.
All right,
just need more crazy ladies.
That almost like.
She was kind of sad.
What was I? I know. I was gonna say. Were we supposed to feel bad for her? Like, all right, so
No.
she's gonna kill them, but she drops her voice
really-
stick thing.
I
She
actually
can't-
felt really bad for her. She was so
I know.
upset about her voice.
She was so ready.
Yeah.
I mean, she was so ready
so
to do
ready
her
to do
job.
some dismembering.
I know, but
Aren't we
she
all, though?
drops her voice box thing, and
And then she just goes fetal.
yeah,
It's not.
Aw.
It's Moe, and then you realize she's a serial killer.
Sure. She got a job. Everyone in this town is a serial killer when you think
yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
about
Wait, that doesn't make it okay. What am I saying?
crime on crime.
No,
I think it's what Chicago. This show could just take place in Chicago for all I know.
it's not. It's not
Nearly crime-ridden enough?
Well, it's hotter, and it's not as exotic. Smaller buildings.
Yeah.
You know, I also like Counterfeit Lady.
She was... I thought
Yeah,
she was great.
You saw her panties a lot.
She was... They couldn't stop showing her some panties.
Yeah.
Good.
And then there's one part where she's explaining all her counterfeit stuff, and everyone looks really bored. But I was really interested in her speech. I was like, "This is."
I was also
this
like,
is
I want to
cool.
hear more about this. I was
Yeah,
kind of
talking
bummed.
about printing fake money.
Yeah.
It was kind of
It's
cool.
supposed to be one of those scenes where she's like going on and on. And
Oh my God.
everyone is just like, oh,
That's one
but
thing I
was like,
fucking loved about this show was like all of the economics, all the business, all the talk that they did was actually interesting.
Yeah.
And I watched every episode actually feeling informed.
Not a lot of it made sense, but yeah.
No,
it was,
I think
it was
it made
definitely
sense.
entertaining.
Well, like,
No, if
could
you look at a
understand.
lot of this stuff from an economic standpoint, it just completely falls apart.
It's crime, man.
No, the reason
Crime money.
The reason crime happens is because it makes economic sense. In this show, it's just because it's awesome. I
Yeah,
guess.
it is awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of awesome,
shooting a torpedo into a helicopter
fuck,
doesn't make
I was
any.
just about to.
Doesn't make any economic sense.
You got to it before I could.
Well, it's going on. Crime and gun isn't going out of style.
Crime and guns.
Something
Crime
like
and
that.
gun. That's my new show. Crime and gun.
Senshi Psyche Sympho Gear Crime and Gun. dot.
Hold the determination to gun.
Oh man.
One thing.
A lot of really cool characters, though.
Yeah, like real crazy characters that are usually ladies. And
Yep.
Yeah.
And Flamethrower Guy, who I loved.
one thing I didn't like about the dub, by the way, is that at one point Revy has to remember a password, and it's Mr. Chang is his name.
Chang.
And he gives her the password. And in the dub, the password is "May the Force be with you." But in the Japanese, the password was "The tree is super cool," which is way funnier.
Why didn't you just say that? That's
I don't
really
know.
stupid.
I don't know. It's
That
so
is
weird.
amazing. That's a
'Cause
great
I
password.
wanted to know. Yeah, it's
probably
fantastic.
More people here would understand.
What? The gang
Yeah,
is called the Triad.
it's the Triad.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense in English.
Yeah.
Oh fuck that lot, man. That would be way better. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's kind of dumb. It's the Force be with you. I like that guy a lot, by the way, because he was capable of shit, but he kind of retired and became a mob boss instead.
Yeah.
And like Revy showed actual respect for this guy. Like I liked it when Revy was into like another person who was super talented at being a criminal.
and yet you don't like that nun chick. Either.
No, I came around on Edda. I didn't
Edda,
get around to that. I came around on Edda because I thought, like, the more that they interacted, the more I liked what they had because they were kind of like rival friends.
And then you found out that, spoiler, she's CIA, and then you're like, fucking narc.
Yeah, dude, fuck. You know I hate cops. You know it's the number one thing about me.
You know, cops, the CIA.
They're kind of cops.
They're international cops.
They're bigger cops, which just makes them bigger badasses.
Yes.
And by badasses, I mean pigs.
Whoa, something's happening.
Yep.
With popping. Something's popping off.
It makes
not your phone this week.
Makes them bigger pigs.
Yes.
Which makes them even more delicious when you roast their bacon.
Yeah.
Steven
I'm sorry.
Loved it. I'm so glad I got this because I didn't think anyone else would find it funny.
I don't.
Steven
I'm glad I at least know the context now. Because I wouldn't have guessed where that's from.
Yeah, no, it's very hard to place. Yeah. Are we done talking about Black
Fucking
Lagoon?
no. There's so much more to talk about in this show.
Okay. Here's one. Okay, I'm just going to burn off the rest of these sound effects because I just have a few. Okay.
Choice clips.
Revy, where is this? Revy actually predicted a huge spoiler from a franchise that wouldn't exist for years. So, spoiler for a popular AMC show. Get ready.
We already are The Walking Dead. Don't you know that?
Oh,
damn! I also thought that exact thing. We are The Walking Dead.
Oh, man. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it turns out that whoever, I forgot the guy's goddamn name, who wrote The Walking Dead is a hack fraud. All comic talk. Hack.
Copied it all from Black Lagoon.
There, two notes here. There was a threat of bush shaving at one point. Like, let's shave her bush. That's
that was the Japanese girl when the bowling alley.
Japanese girl. Speaking,
we're gonna say a guy who only gets a hard on it. Like a hard, I forget the line.
You're gonna eat shit while he snorts coke or something.
He's gonna get high. You're gonna get high.
All right, they're both.
He's gonna jack off. All you eat is shit.
Lots of child rape in this show.
Oh yeah,
because it has to be. Everyone has to have an abusive past because that makes them being murderous psychopaths in the present. Okay, obviously.
That's citizenship into Ronan.
Speaking of our young Yakuza mistress, I have a couple of clips from her.
Okay.
This one I loved.
I'm afraid of being swallowed by the darkness.
Lots of talk like that in the show.
Yeah, well, mostly from her because. Oh, and also this is what I loved.
Are you old enough to drive?
Well, why not? Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I guess sure.
Yeah. The evil Canadians at one point, by the way.
Which one? Wait,
Canadians? There was a Canadian faction at one point.
In which arc?
I don't remember which, but I remember
his passport was as a Canadian Japanese, I think.
Who?
Rock.
Rock isn't Canadian.
He's
I know, but
they
gave him a Canadian passport.
Oh, they gave him a Canadian passport. But there was evil Japanese or evil Canadians at one point.
Huh. Well, aren't they all evil?
Yeah, dude.
Aren't we all evil?
Canadian, you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I guess we're all.
Aren't we all evil?
Don't tell anybody about how we're plotting world domination.
Secret Canucks.
We're in.
Wait till the world gets a hold of what we got.
Canada's in such deep cover. They're about to fucking.
So we have yet to mention how the opening got really great bad English through the entire thing.
I mean, yeah.
I was the first episode I was like, and then I kind of really grew on me. Like
I just like the chorus.
If it's
I like
get a good head on your shoulders.
I like that. I like that chorus with shots of like palm trees and dusk sun above the horizon.
I liked the
really
feathers.
Hot. Okay, yeah.
There were feathers in the second season, they just slapped terrible second barrage text over the opening. You're like, perfect.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, right, this is the second season. We've got to do something. And then the opening for the OVA is just a bad remix of the opening.
Which it cuts out my favorite part of the opening, so like, I was a little bit sad about that.
Oh, you like the weird part.
If it's for you guys, it's the end of the earth. Get a good head on your shoulders. I'll put out your misery.
Oh, right, the second half of the chorus, right?
Yeah. Good show. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
Other characters are like Made with Spats in the OVA.
Yep.
What's her name?
Fabiola.
Fabiola. She's just the cutest.
Yes. I wrote Lolly Maid is awesome. Not really a lolly.
She's not a lolly.
But she's made and is awesome.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the OVAs got kind of ridiculous because Roberta just became immune to bullets.
Yep.
Do you remember that one shot where there's like 5 guys standing about 10 feet away from her with machine guns, and they all start auto firing, and she's just standing there with a giant, what looks like a 50 caliber sniper rifle that's been glued to a grenade launcher,
Yes.
and she just turns them all into red paste, even though they're all firing at her at the same time.
Nobody could fucking hit each other at point blank in this show.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Revy...
No one except for Revy, because Revy can just shoot anyone.
Revy gets into this confrontation.
Gun at point
Sure.
blank.
Revy and Roberta's climactic battle from the arc from the show, they go for like a good 15 minutes running next to each other and shooting at each other. They're always missing.
Yeah, they're just too good.
Yeah, that was, I thought that was the justification, like, these are too good, they fucking know how to avoid each other and stuff.
I have a medical question, because I know you two are both doctors.
As a doctor in training.
In the OVA, one of the reasons why Roberta's going crazy is because she's taking Ritalin, which apparently...
Ritalin?
No, in the show it says Ritalin.
But it's supposed to be Ritalin.
It's supposed to be Ritalin.
Yeah, okay.
So if it... I looked it up, and I was like, why is she taking these and going crazy? Because it's just Ritalin, right? It's a stimulant. So what... It helps ADHD. It doesn't make you murder people. Does it?
I guess the Columbine kids.
Okay, I guess so.
guess it could make you obsessive.
Okay.
You know, like focus on one
Steven,
thing. I used it like back in elementary school.
Yeah.
You were prescribed.
I've used.
I had to bang out some fucking essays at 3 a.m, for my dissertation, so I took some Ritalin.
But like in elementary school, I used to, and what I remember is, one, it makes you focus because that's what it's supposed to do.
That's weird. I guess it's a stimulant, though. How does that work? That doesn't make any sense.
But
Stimulants don't make you calm down.
Also, I remembered while I was never really, full of energy or anything. Really, it almost like it sucks out energy. I had like such endurance throughout the day. It's like instead of reaching an energy level of 100 and then go down, it's like I went to like my energy went to like 70 and stayed until like I'm in bed.
Yeah.
Huh. So, but you didn't murder anybody.
Yeah, you didn't.
You didn't pop the entire bottle, though.
You didn't try to have sex with a U.S. Army officer and then shoot him with your belt buckle?
Well, that did
never
happen.
said that.
Okay. I'll just...
Had a crazy life in elementary school.
Yeah, when they came across the border.
Yeah, I'm glad your life has settled down in Canada. We got your back.
Man, got crazy.
Yeah.
We got your back, eh?
Yeah.
But,
good mental health services now.
A lot of Revy, like... And I kind of did like it. Like, a lot of people try to be all cool and have their big speech before they shoot you. But she's like, I don't care. Shoots them anyway.
She said fuck a lot.
Oh,
Man,
really?
Does she ever say fuck in this show? So many fucks. I looked it up. There is a fuck I believe it's every 10 seconds in the show there's a fuck.
Sure.
Or not every 10 seconds. Every 2 minutes or so I think there's a fuck. Which is pretty good. That's a pretty good count. There's 200 something, like mid-200s. Of fucks the entire show.
I think this is my last Revy line. Oh, actually, this is my favorite Benny line.
What's wrong with collecting a bonus by asking for a ransom?
You're being too simple-minded.
You wanna die, Benny?
Not really.
That's the first episode.
I'm sure he's so desensitized to it.
Yeah,
really
he's so used to it.
He's been on there for 2 years, so he's
Yep.
Now, do we want to move on from this?
I think we've pretty much exhausted all of the Black Lagoon talk. I really enjoyed it.
Really good show.
It's fun.
I definitely enjoyed it.
It's not like it's. I would put it above Abenobashi, below Cyber City Oedo.
Okay, we have to. We're just comparing this to every show we've done.
I don't feel like comparing it. I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10.
Those are weird comparisons.
It's
hard to compare Black Lagoon to Abenobashi. I mean, it's like
this OVA from the '80s and this fucking.
Oh no, it's like comparing.
Remember when? What's the girl's name in Abenobashi? I
forget.
I don't know. Remember when she gets raped in prison by a police officer?
Yeah, it's implied though. It's really implied.
Yeah.
It's just like Symphogear, it's implied. It's a good show. Like 8 out of 10.
Solid.
Very entertaining.
Really great peaks.
I wouldn't normally be able to watch a 30-episode show in 2 weeks or like a week and a half, but I did.
Watch the dub. I like the dub.
Yep.
If you can
If
stand
you're okay with
terrible audio mixing.
yeah, with terrible mixing.
It sounds to me like they just took the DVD audio and just straight put that on the Blu-ray without.
But is DVD audio bad normally?
Yes, there's different compression for DVD and.
But it wasn't a compression issue. It was just a levels thing where like all the sound effects were louder than the voices and you couldn't hear people.
That happens when you compress things. You will experience muddling.
I could have sworn I looked at the bitrate and it wasn't like compressing. I don't know. I mean, on my Blu-rays that I own, I didn't look at the bitrate because
it is mixed for 5.1. Yeah.
So you need to listen to this Black Lagoon and surround sound, which is probably a good idea because there's so many bullets.
Jesus Christ!
There's so many gunshots in this, like just constant.
So to move on,
I have a thing we can move on to.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
So I finished a show this week, Steven. I finished Glass Slip.
You finished Glass Slip.
I finished Glass Slip.
Finally, the saga is over.
The year-long endeavor of watching Glass Slip.
And nothing happens.
So
1 year longer than you should spend watching Glass Slip.
So
2 years longer.
Yeah,
if you consider thinking about it.
If you can gain a year of your life by not watching Glass Slip, that's the preferable way to do it.
Fuck, I gave up a year of my life.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So I finished the show and I had really mixed opinions on it. And now I've had some time to reflect on it. And I think
do some soul searching.
I think people, it's going to sound really pretentious and stupid. I don't think people get it. I think
people don't get Glass.
I don't think people get it. I think,
oh man,
because it's like
this is next level shit. People just don't know.
It's not great, but it's super like grounded. Like it's really, really grounded in like what it is for being a show in which people can see through time using glass.
Oh Jesus, this show got weird.
So
I felt the same way about That's So Raven. People just didn't get it.
Yeah, like self-fulfilling prophecies, man. Like how does that shit even work? You don't need to know. You don't need to know.
You weren't ready for it.
Okay, Ethan. Here's what I want you to defend your position. So I'm going to read you.
Hit me.
I'm going to read you some My Anime List reviews. Of Glass Slip.
Yes, I browsed these. I perused these.
Oh, you did.
I did.
Shit. Okay,
Oh, no,
so you're already
wanna
prepared.
hear
I didn't read them. I just saw the numbers. I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Blood Driver A gives the show a 2. Who says? Oh wait, paraphrase from Seinfeld episode The Pitch. Oh,
I saw this one.
No, this is not. Okay, never mind. Overall rating 2. Like a light summer breeze, Glass Slip, which looked to be a tranquil slice of life, floated onto the summer anime scene.
That's pretty much exactly what, it's...
Like summer itself, Glass Slip was something that many viewers, including me, look forward to. I think a lot of us were weaned on the gorgeous visuals, intricate plot, and
That's not what weaned is.
yeah, it's probably not. And superb character development found in Nagino Asukara, which was created by the same studio that made Glass Slip.
Still not the proper usage of weaned.
A very sparse summary and teaser video. Okay, this is really long. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna move on.
Just find one that
I'm trying to find a short one. These are also fucking long.
I can paraphrase the complaints for you.
But I thought you said you didn't read them.
I've seen like the I didn't read through them, but I saw like the rough overview. And what people really didn't like about this show was
saying that Glass Slip had a story is laughable. It's as if the writing behind the series just patched together random ideas and put it on the screen. Even upon completion, I don't understand what this series was trying to convey. Be shallow and fall for the good-looking, up-and-coming sociopath transfer student. Believe in and follow your delusions, which realistically seem like mental disorders, instead of hauling ass to the nearest doctor. I just don't know. Is this a show about transgender people?
So this show was about people who can...
He's not denying it.
Yeah, I mean...
If they focus on glass... Or it starts off that way, with like where the protagonist can like if she's working on glass, she'll get glimpses of what could be the future. It turns out that those are alternate realities that she's glimpsing into, like where different things could happen.
And so they're irrelevant then.
No, there's an episode where you slip into one of those realities, and she experiences what is happening in that other world where she was the transfer student, and the guy that she's into was the one who lived in the town.
What a wacky world that must be.
It was kind of weird and poignant, like that because she saw what the dude she was into was feeling in that time. You know what I mean? And it's like a 6. It's like
isn't that exactly what MAL rated it?
Nope, under a 6, which is unheard of.
No, this is a real rating, Steven. This is a real 6. Like this is like a 3 out of 5 stars. Like you know what I mean? And it's. Again, it doesn't really have peaks of like grand romantic like, you know what I mean? It's mainly you're getting glimpses of minor romance happening. You're not seeing like characters making crazy confessions. It's more simple and realistic than that, where you're getting kind of awkward stuff.
Kapudaku gave the show a 1 and says, Glasslip is a show that tries to produce results by skipping certain ingredients. A good climax requires good build-up, good tension, and most of all, the audience's attention and empathy, along with other accessories. When a story writer looks to the climax too earnestly, they're likely to miss what comes before, like planning a trip before worrying about the luggage. I believe that Glasslip's biggest flaw is that it tries to play the drama factor before building up the drama.
Not really.
No?
It's really like... Again, I'm just going to say it again. It's kind of like an art house anime. It's like, it's not traditional. It's an atraditional narrative style where it is, like I said previously, it's a constant state of romance and drama. Like it's not peace.
Does the show remind you of a candle melting? Because that's what Stark 700 says.
No, not at all. This guy's just trying to be like, oh man, I'm going to fucking get him with this metaphor.
As time goes on, it slowly burns itself out and eventually into ashes. Because, candles turn into ashes.
Yeah, dude.
That sounds like a line from Black
wick.
Lagoon.
This city is a candle burning to ashes. Because it doesn't make any sense.
I'm going to go shoot this fucker now. Just going to fucking...
I'm going to go hire some child prostitutes. After I'm done with this podcast.
After I fill them with drugs. Mm-hmm. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
There's something wrong with an anime about romance when the most interesting character is an ordinary freaking chicken. That's what Olwyn says.
I really don't understand what got people so up in arms about this show. It is...
I guess it just seems like an average
Maybe
dumb
people
anime.
were expecting things to happen.
Yeah, it seems like people really
People
did.
were expecting anime, and what they instead got was like... something else.
Apparently an indie movie, I don't know.
It's kind of an indie movie. It's like...
Gross.
But not like...
Whoops.
It's not super pretentious. It's the characters do dumb shit in this show. People do super dumb shit.
I don't like shows where I hate the decisions people make.
No. It's not dumb shit is like irrational. It's dumb shit is in like, kids don't do this. Kids aren't going to do this shit. Why would kids do that?
Okay.
There's a point in like where they're trying to create a scenario in which they can look into this other reality again because they were just experimenting, and everyone was like, "What if we take glass and we throw these bits of glass into the air, and like the way the light plays off of them?" And it's just dumb.
And kind of like a forced storyline.
Yeah. And I think the final pairings ended up being a stepbrother and stepsister ended up they're not confirmed together.
That's cool.
But it's implied.
That's fine.
That's allowed?
Totally.
It's really weird. It's probably pretty weird.
Not to me.
Probably great for them because then if they live together,
they can fuck on the reg.
Exactly.
Yeah. On the DL.
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't hate it.
Huh.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
I think I finally decided my next show that I will watch, aside from what we'll watch together, I think I'm finally going to watch Attack on Titan.
Okay.
I know I feel the same way.
I want you to watch that, but there's things you should watch first, like
of course there's shit I should watch first. But guess what? I'm not going to watch it first.
Attack on Titan is an easy to watch show. It's entertaining enough where you're not going to have to like slog through it.
But there's stuff I want to talk about more.
Whatever.
I mean,
I want to know what Steven thinks about it.
We'll get there.
I do too.
And I just feel obligated because now that I'm getting deeper into the world of anime, Japanimation,
just like my Japanimations.
And I can confidently call myself, a casual watcher,
anime viewer.
Yeah. Or now we're watching like 2 shows a week. That's pretty, I guess, advanced. I don't know. But anyways, I feel I've gone too long saying, "Oh, Attack on Titan sucks."
Yeah, you should probably
actually form an opinion.
Yes,
rather than
instead of just repeat what you guys tell me.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It'll probably be fine. My biggest fear is that I think it will be fine.
Yeah, no, you'll totally think it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's plenty of things wrong. There's plenty of things wrong with that show, but it is not.
That was revisionist history if there's a second.
But then again, I guarantee I've seen worse now.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
No, you haven't.
Okay, yeah, you've seen Oreimo.
I've seen Oreimo season 2. I've seen Symphogear.
Shut the fuck up.
I would put Symphogear in the same level. I would. It's a quality of anime, but I prefer Symphogear because it's fun and good.
Well, you watched it, not
Ironically.
taking it seriously.
Yeah.
mean, Attack on Titan is meant to be taken seriously.
Very seriously. That show is fucking
it's very into itself.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It is. Yeah.
So then I guess then after that, first so I can finally gain some more hope in Japanimation.
You're gonna watch Code Geass.
I'll probably watch Code Geass.
Finally.
Because
God,
because another thing too, we like in my a lot of my personal tastes are just dumb high school shit.
No kidding.
But unfortunately, that's been failing me lately.
Code Geass is like dumb high school shit with stakes.
Cool.
Man,
now we watched Black Lagoon. None of that is cute.
You should watch
I really liked it.
You should watch the Omake. That had dumb high school shit.
Wait, it did?
The little 2-minute specials.
I know, I saw it. There's 12 of them
really,
or something.
really bad comedy where it's just like, oh, they're in high school now, and Revi's a magical girl. And
oh.
No, it wasn't that good. Also, it's not dubbed. It was fine. Whatever. Yeah.
So yeah, that's
on the docket. That's what you got.
Those are my plans.
Can't wait. We watched something else this week. All of us. Did you guys forget?
Oh no, I didn't forget.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't possibly forget that I have the touch.
Yes, we watched the Transformers movie.
Oh,
it's the Transformers: the movie, 1986.
Allegedly, I watched that movie.
Yeah, we weren't exactly. I remember most of it.
So
I think.
What the fuck?
I don't.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Single thing.
That movie is a fucking fever dream.
Fucking crazy. Yeah. It's so good.
That's
amazing.
That's all I can say.
I knew people liked this movie, but I was like, oh, they're 8 years old. It's probably nostalgic, but it looks fantastic.
It's not even I have no nostalgia for this property at all. I don't like Transformers.
No.
I was not a Transformers child.
Nope.
I didn't watch it when I was a child.
Neither did I.
Fuck, this movie's awesome.
It looks fantastic.
It's like the most animated thing I've ever seen.
And the musical choices are just...
Weird Al.
Yeah, Weird Al and Stan Bush, and it's all just like... Fuck it, this music is gonna come in whenever we want, and it's always awesome. This kid crashes his hoverboard, so he gets in a robot, and then Dare starts playing.
Protagonists buy it by the dozens.
Oh yeah, just half the cast dies because
Stakes.
what's the toy company? Fucking
Mattel.
Is it Mattel? I don't know.
Whatever, fuck it.
The toy company, they needed to do robots, so they had him kill most of the robots.
Oh, it's Hasbro. It's Hasbro.
Hasbro, right. And yeah, so technically anime because Toei worked on it. That's what we're talking. I mean, we'll talk about whatever the fuck we want, but technically anime.
Yeah.
It's and just it's so good. And Orson Welles, his voice was so weak that they put it through a synthesizer to make it work, and it sounds awesome.
Because it's latter-day Orson Welles when he's he's a drunken
literally
mess.
the latter-dayist because he died a few days later.
Yeah, he died after recording this masterpiece.
Oh my god.
Yes, he's.
I died a few days after watching it.
Yeah, it is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's a weird little. There's no way that movie should exist. It shouldn't be that good.
Oh, but it's so good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So much fun.
The crazy CG. I think it's CG when they go into the O in Transformers during the title sequence.
That's not CG.
Is it not CG? Just crazy lights. It's
like 1 second of the whole movie, but you really love that.
It's fucking awesome. It makes no sense. I mean, why is that there?
It's an opening sequence. You just got to have designs sometimes.
It was weird, and I liked it.
I should probably watch that movie again because I literally don't remember anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool.
I remember just seeing Unicron and then you're looking at him through this blue star and there's flames and just...
Dude, when Unicron moving through space looked amazing.
Yeah, and just yeah, higher budget than Transformers the series. I'm gonna say.
My God, significantly.
Yeah, there's tons of detail. It's great.
I have one more note here from Glasslip. I forgot to mention.
Oh boy,
Glasslip
hit me.
Glasslip has actual nudity in it.
Oh, cool.
There's a scene where one of the girls is walking around her house naked.
Sure.
But it's far enough away that they don't have any details, they don't draw any nipples.
That's not what actual nudity is.
So that's
but she is naked. She is naked walking around her house, and you see shots of her naked from a distance.
Oh my gosh, how scandalous! You realize? Have you seen anime?
That's
not even notable. Why did you even take notice?
It was weird. It seemed really out of place.
Yeah, it's in Madoka.
It was very out of place. Is all I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Out of place because nothing else interesting happens in that show.
I mean, just there's no inkling of it, and she doesn't say anything the entire time. She just walks around the house naked.
I'm told that people just walk around their houses naked like a bunch of animals.
I've done that
when they're alone.
I do that all the time in Canada.
I've never done that. We
Yeah, like,
are
there's
like
no
an open door and open window family.
You could put me in Antarctica and I would still be paranoid that there'd be someone around.
There would be a polar bear looking.
You wouldn't want to be naked in Antarctica. It's cold.
I'm saying
down
you could
there.
put me on the goddamn moon in a oxygen bubble.
Spacesuit and be naked inside the oxygen bubble.
That's not what naked means, but
inside the bubble, yeah.
I guess.
You can be naked inside a bubble.
You'd be free balling inside this fucking bubble.
Oh man, when Neil Armstrong said the line, he was actually just free balling the whole. He's just smirking to himself.
This is
hey guys, I ain't wearing any underwear.
I'm going out here without my knickers. Watch this shit.
One small step for man. One giant leap. I'm not wearing any underwear.
I went
History doesn't want us to know
in my
that.
head. I was thinking like, okay, is there any possible way I could alter the one giant step line? And I was like, nope. So I didn't go for it. And you went the other way. I liked it. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you watch anything this week, Declan?
I did. I'm
just
gonna have a couple of things. I continue watching Sword Art Online 2.
Yep.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Anything of note? Anything new?
No. I finished Assassination Classroom finally.
Okay.
I finished that show. That show's good. Have I told you about that show?
No.
It's good.
Okay, cool. All right.
Awesome.
I've been saving this in my. I got this in my pocket the entire episode.
Oh no.
It's not anime.
Fuck. Oh, is it comic books?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah.
Everyone go watch Gravity Falls. It's fucking incredible.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sure.
It's
everyone knows that.
Show.
There's anime references, I guess, in that show.
Like what?
There's Japanese references, like VN references at one point.
Oh sure, and
I kind of sure.
No mechs.
Dating sim.
There's no mechs. There's mechs made of gnomes. They form together to become a giant robot thing.
That's not what a mech is.
Fuck it.
Count.
It's it's
robots.
a biomech.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, it's just like Evangelion.
Yep, it's exactly like Evangelion.
Exactly.
Gravity Falls is identical. Yeah, go watch that. That shit's fucking awesome.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the best cartoon ever. Fuck.
It is in that top tier of cartoons. Like at least top. I've been trying to place it in my mind, like, where the fuck is this thing? I can't think of anything better.
Where does this rate among Cyber City Oedo and Awadabashi? I
least-
need to rate this show.
For American, children's cartoons, it's one of the most goddamn good things I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot.
It's like on that SpongeBob level of just transcendentally good.
I think almost even if it continues,
it's way more consistent.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not if you're counting the first season of SpongeBob, of course, but like. That's not even fair.
Yeah. If it continues to be as good as it is, then it surpassed SpongeBob.
It has really every aspect of it is good. I love the characters. Yes. I love the way it looks. I like the narrative. Like there's a really interesting like Twin Peaks style narrative going on with like intrigue, which you don't really see pulled off very well much in cartoons. It's fucking amazing. Yeah, it's pretty much the best cartoon ever made.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
And I don't even have the nostalgia glasses because I never watched this shit as a kid.
Yeah,
it's fucking amazing.
Well, I wonder what. I mean, 'cause obviously there are a lot of the viewers of this show are people our age, but what is the main? What's the word?
The target audience?
Well, I know that's target audience, but it's kind of like My Little Pony. I have a feeling more grown men watch My Little Pony than little girls.
There will always be more of the target audience watching than grown men. It's they're not vocal because they're kids and they don't go online. It's
okay.
You're never gonna get more than 10 or 20% of the audience being not the target audience.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Ethan's media expert.
Well, it makes sense. That totally makes sense.
They're vocal,
yeah.
But there's maybe, I don't know, 1 million of them where you still have I don't know, maybe 500,000.
Where do you come up with these estimations? Where are you drawing this from?
He's
done surveys?
The fucking main My Little Pony fan site has 500 million hits at this point. Assuming that they get a significant amount. Whatever.
Really glad you know this. This is good.
He's one of them.
Yeah. I haven't watched any of the
No,
season.
he's 100,000 of those hits.
Just constantly refreshing.
You have a bot who just refreshes all day.
Yeah. yeah, Gravity Falls is amazing.
Yeah.
Go watch it. I can't stress it enough. Like, you won't be disappointed. I've been putting it off for a while. I'm like, this is probably not that good. Probably fucking Western animation.
Three Aweebos is not being promoted by Disney.
Disney XD.
Paid by Disney.
I think Disney XD is still Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. No!
Disney XD is a separate entity, bro.
So is it true Disney XD is, like, meant for, like,
yes.
preteens?
It has X in it, so
audience?
it's meant for, like, tweens, teens.
Sure. Which is why in the second season they can pull off
Naruto.
They can pull off Old Man Suck It.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what else was there? She writes butts on the guy's forehead. And
for perspective, Naruto aired on Disney XD. So, like, that's your...
Oh, wow. Okay. Did they edit? Is it like a 4Kids style where they just edit out all the blood?
My name is Nathan, and I'm got the nine-tailed fox spirit inside of me. The nine-tailed fucking bald eagle. I don't know. What's American?
I need to put Sasuke in jail
because my parents went off to Tahiti for a while. My parents are in vacation in Tahiti. Oh.
Did you know that in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, all the references to them going to the Shadow Realm in the Japanese was them dying?
Oh, really?
There's no going to the Shadow Realm in the Japanese.
Oh, man.
Wait, I didn't know that. Are you serious?
I don't know if there's no Shadow Realm, but
Maybe Shadow Realm is death.
I read that pretty much every time in the dub they say, someone got sent to the Shadow Realm. In the original, it was just they died.
I kind of like it better than them dying. There's something weird about the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, it's like mysterious.
There's mystery to it. We're just death. We know what death is.
Yeah.
Or do we? That's the true mystery of life, is what is death actually.
I don't want to find out.
Yeah, fucking tell me that. God damn it.
I'll let you know when I get there.
I hope they get that immortality shit ironed out in the next, 60-odd years. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's playing us out this week?
Playing us out this week is the opening of Black Lagoon, probably.
I am your angel.
Yes.
Only you bring way. You beg me violation, no matter who you are.
And it is called Red Fraction.
Fraction.
By Mel. Yeah. Destroying buildings on Mars.
Fuck, I was trying to come up with a way to get gorilla into Japanese bullshit, but I couldn't do it.
Gorilla.
Yeah.
More samurai flamenco. I can get you some good gorillas.
Fuck, goddamn.
Oh yeah, when am I gonna?
Steven, oh my god.
No, we can't.
No. I want to relive it vicariously through Steven.
Someone finally mentioned samurai flamenco on this podcast, and Ethan just came in his pants.
Samurai flamenco is my favorite goddamn thing on the planet. Because, fuck, man, the way that show goes, the places
bad.
it goes. Dude, I don't even fucking care.
But it doesn't do any of the stuff it does well.
I know, that's what makes it fascinating.
Okay, I guess.
Don't give me things to watch before Code Geass.
No. I would never. If I could do it, I would inject Code Geass in your brain right now.
Anything that you say, any show that you name, is just something that's potentially going to be watched before Code Geass.
It will be, because
I've watched everything else.
You've been putting off Code Geass for a fucking year and a half, you animal.
You've been putting it off for your entire life.
Yeah. Yes. Even though it came out in 2006.
Don't worry about it.
Go watch Code Geass. Go watch Gravity Falls. Animation forever.
Yep.
I guess. No, not forever. Virtual reality eventually.
What is the logical conclusion to animation?
Animation until VR lets us
live in a fantasy world.
Yeah, snuggle up to the Japanese
until I can see everyone with low shading and black outlines.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I pop into your VR world sometime? Or is there no space for me in your VR world?
No, it's one small apartment with a computer and that's it.
No, not your house. I might come over your spot and
watch.
You meant
my VR house.
No, your house in VR world.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna pop. Your house is just.
I just need a small place for me and my waifu, and we're gonna hang and we're gonna chill.
I was gonna say
all day.
I'm not gonna pop over to your real life spot.
So you're gonna have one room in a closet.
Exactly.
Watch you with a VR headset, just like.
Me in the corner drooling. Yeah.
It's like, hey, Declan, you forgot to eat again. It's been a week.
I'm eating all the time. It's like, no, in real life.
No, it's fucking.
I mean, food.
I'm always eating those peaches. You feel me? Because
time to unplug, Declan.
No, don't.
Fuck you,
dude. What if you died?
I don't have a problem. You have. if you die in the VR. if you die in the waifu.
If you fuck in the VR, you fuck in real life.
Nope. That is exactly the opposite of what I want.
Oh, you mean it's also helping you do the opposite of that in real life. So
yes.
Like, you're actively stopping that.
Oh, I can't wait.
Do you think the VR is the end of evolution?
Well, by the time this podcast goes up, everyone will know. So
yeah, it's just yep.
Yeah.
When they're listening to this in 2018.
If there's anybody listening to this, which I'm pretty sure there's not, just send us an email and tell us if VR is taking over the world.
Or don't, whatever.
And recommend us shows to watch also, because we don't like coming up with these.
I might just rewatch Gravity Falls again without...
That's not a show. We can't watch that for an episode.
Watch that.
I mean, you can, but we can't all just...
The 3 Disney fans. Oh, God.
Murder everyone on that podcast.
Fuck.
Hey guys, we're talking about the new reboot of Mickey Mouse and the Mouseketeers.
Who is a Disney fan? Who?
I think any animation fan is a Disney fan.
What has Disney animated well in the last 20 years?
Oh fuck, Beauty and the Beast is more than 20 years old at this point.
Yep.
Fuck. Wait, damn.
Oh my
That's
God.
like the best thing Disney ever made. Too.
Yeah.
I liked Frozen. I like Tangled.
Animated.
Oh, you mean hand drawn?
Well, yeah.
Princess and the Frog was
animation nerds are going to be like, yeah, Frozen, dude.
We're talking like actual...
Princess and the Frog was like their latest, I think.
That movie got too much flack. I like that movie. That movie was really pretty too. That was gorgeous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the Nolans.
Yeah, and then like all of the 90s Disney movies are kind of crap.
Yeah.
Like Tarzan sucks.
Bambi 2.
Beauty and the Beast, Lion King.
The Beauty and the Beast is the only one that's good from the entire era.
Lion King.
I refuse to... People try to convince me the Lion King is good.
I don't know. Like, I don't think it's the best.
I just started watching them.
It's still really good.
I don't have any particular affinity for Lion King, but just I've never heard anyone say like, yeah. People try to tell me that Lion King's fucking good. Like fucking what, dude?
I remember senior year. David.
Who did the soundtrack for that movie? Oh, that's right. Fucking
kid lion holding on to his dad lions. Fuck you, so dumb.
Inception guy. Who was Inception guy? Soundtrack. God, he did.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer did the soundtrack for Lion King.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Great.
That's why it's terrible. That's not true.
When you said Inception guy, I was going to say Satoshi Kon.
Oh, hack fraud.
Do you guys remember the argument I had with David? Which movie is better, Mulan or Beauty and the Beast?
Beauty and the Beast is
no, but David refused to.
Well,
believe
David's wrong.
I know,
David's
always wrong about everything.
But I was actually
which one
proud
had
of
more
this.
trannies?
because I actually did as much research.
Oh wow,
as
it actually
I could.
does have trannies.
Wait, really?
She's dressed up like a boy.
That's not what that means.
She wants to be a
That's
boy.
cross-dressing.
My headcanon is that she's the tranny.
Okay, you go post it on Tumblr, not on this fucking podcast.
Like I actually like looked at like research, read like tons of different reviews, and took like different statistics from each. You could
have the
objectively prove.
You can't really
to actually try to factually prove.
You can't do that. You can't factually.
But I tried.
Or was he trying to convince you that people think that Mulan is better, or was he just saying that he likes Mulan better? Okay.
I think if you took the average man on the street, they'd probably say that they like Mulan better. But if you ask an educated person like ourselves, they would say that Beauty and the Beast is a better film.
I think anyone, like most people,
you're completely wrong.
Nothing will ever surpass an extremely goofy movie.
I've asked.
It's extremely goofy.
He is.
I don't even. Is that even the song?
Goofy.
Show him how to do
it. The last line of that movie, I actually threw a desk across the room.
What was the last line?
It was Goofy was driving into the horizon, and Max said, "He is so goofy," and I just went, "Fuck!" And
why did we watch that movie?
Because
it was fun. That was fun.
It was pretty fun to watch. But someone was like flabbergasted that there was a second one. I think it was Tony. Who was it? Was it Matt? I don't remember.
You were flabbergasted that that movie even existed. It's like, this is too rad to exist.
It's so fucking radical.
I know. Hot librarian lady.
God, stupid sexy dog librarian. Stupid sexy disco hot librarian lady was a dog. Oh, fuck. That movie's weird, man. We
had a good time.
Dude, it's the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
Yeah, I got fucking Carl Weezer saying cheese things. Was it? Yeah, it was him.
And then there's fucking horrible monster slam poetry lady.
Oh God, right. God. She was the love interest.
He's all dressed in black with a fucking French hat.
Yeah.
fuck.
If somebody makes an Arthur Miller reference.
Remember when those were cool?
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No. You know, like...
It's always so unexpected.
Yeah.
How do we get on a Goofy movie again?
We were
Disney.
talking about Disney.
Right.
It's not a very complicated road.
But I think Beauty and the Beast is the pinnacle of Disney. Like that's the peak Disney.
Yes.
I don't think they made anything better since. I don't think they made anything better.
I mean, are we talking animated? No. Are we
Are we talking about live action? Like that's.
Are we also counting Pixar?
Yeah, I'm counting Pixar.
Okay.
Wait, you think that Beauty and the Beast is better than everything Pixar has done?
Yeah.
I mean,
wow, seriously?
No, I like Toy Story. I thought
Okay.
Toy Story 3 was amazing.
yeah.
Controversial opinion. I think Toy Story 3 is on par or better than Toy Story 1.
That's not.
Toy Story 2 is the best.
I mean, that's wrong. Toy Story 2 is
opinion.
the weak.
3 is exactly the same as 2, so if you
But
like 3...
better, but funnier and better.
What?
I distinctly remembered not liking the villain in. I know it's the same villain, but I like the how they did the villain in 3 better.
They're exactly the same dude.
Yeah, but like
one's bigger and
more,
fluffier.
more
but
charisma.
maybe.
But that's not an unpopular opinion at all.
I also think that WALL-E is super overrated.
I wasn't crazy about
People
WALL-E.
shoot their goddamn loads all over that movie.
That was
I don't like
that was
God,
Dis-
shoot
or that
robots.
was
Yeah, they
Pixar.
probably like it because there's no dialogue.
No, that was
and
Pixar's
But yeah,
most
there's dialogue in the movie, though.
blatantly
in like the second
environmentalist
act.
go green, movement movie.
That's not
things
even
that-
like.
That's a huge. Earth
Well, yeah.
becomes a giant garbage
But
bin
that's
while
not, that's not why
everyone
people like
on
that movie.
another
That
planet.
is not the reason people like that movie. People like that movie because
People
they like
that
WALL-E
movie.
and Eve.
No, but no, that's people like Disney movies because of that. Because guy-girl relationship. That's why the reason why people love Disney. But why
I don't see the
WALL-E in
magic in that
particular?
movie.
That movie was kind of coming out too when everyone was kind of obsessing with this whole go green movement.
Which is still around, by the
It
way.
was still around, but it was a lot bigger then because I think that was like a
I don't
few
think that's a
years
factor.
after.
I would posit that is not a factor in why people
I
like that
definitely think it is.
I think people saw that movie for the robot with the eyes.
movie. Yeah.
Oh sure.
And Ratatouille's overrated.
Ratatouille
movie
is
sucks.
definitely overrated.
What is with people liking that movie?
I hate that movie.
I don't hate
You
it.
hate it? I think it was
I
fine.
just don't care.
But it's not like it's not Toy Story.
I just didn't like it at all.
Because are you upset because there's rats cooking in the kitchen? That's I also
I
think
think
that's
it's
gross.
No,
I think
I
it's
think that's gross. Also,
I just
I
didn't
think it's
like
on par
any,
with,
I just
like,
didn't
Cars.
Think it was funny or I didn't like any.
it's better than Cars.
Oh yeah, it's better than
Cars is the worst. Cars and Ratatouille are probably the worst 2 Pixar movies.
Cars 2.
Besides Cars, well, obviously the
Yeah.
sequels.
Okay, Cars 2 is weird. Let me talk about Cars 2.
Wait, have you seen Cars 2?
I saw Cars 2 in theaters.
Oh my!
Oh fuck!
what
Get your
the-
money back as
I
soon
had
as
to know.
possible.
I had to know.
Wait, were you with a girl or something?
I saw it with
he was-
Connor.
You-
Because I had to know how far they could possibly fall. So that movie is just a spy movie, and it doesn't make any sense, like any of the scenes, because they have wheels, like they have tires instead of hands. So they're in a bathroom, but it's a bathroom set up like a human bathroom, and they have tires, so they can't really open doors and get into fist fights, but they do it anyway.
I need a get her done sound effect.
Get her done.
Isn't the Larry the Cable Guy like the main character in the second movie?
Yeah, Mater is a super spy in the same movie. And yeah, that movie.
Have you seen Planes?
No, I'm not. Like,
That must be your favorite movie.
Well, the second one burned me so hard. Maybe the third one will be better. This spin-off featuring Dane Cook will be better.
Wait, Dane Cook is
Dane
in
Cook
Planes?
is the main character in Planes.
Jesus. I mean, his voice is probably fine. He has a voice.
But yeah, no, like a lot of Pixar movies get a pass because they're Pixar. They really don't deserve it. Like, I don't think WALL-E is on par with the rest of their work. People, Bug's Life catches a lot of flack. But Bug Life catches a lot of flack because people don't remember that fucking movie. The movie is Seven Samurai, but with bugs.
I think I've seen.
I really like Bugs.
I think I've seen Ants more than Bug's Life.
See, Ants is
I never.
I think
liked
history
it.
looks
don't
back
remember
upon
that
Ants
much
better
about it.
than they look back upon Bug's Life.
I don't think so.
I think I might have seen Bug's Life once and don't remember it.
That's Woody Allen is the protagonist in Ants.
Okay. Yeah,
that is the
makes
celebrity
sense.
voice actor they got for that one.
The one thing I remember about Ants is this really hardcore war scene.
There's a scene where a guy's head is on the... He's talking with his head knocked there.
Yeah, he's talking to the dude's head, and the head's alive. That fucked me up.
That's
I remember that
fucked.
now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I try to talk to
The
heads all the
animation
time.
style from Ants was really kind of like
It looks
they had very
gross.
chiseled faces. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It was really.
It's the
I didn't want
DreamWorks-
to look at that when I was a
It's
kid.
the DreamWorks. Let's kind of try to make their face in this thing, like Shark Tale has the same thing where they try to make the faces.
Gross. Fucking Shark Tale.
Fuck.
It puts it in perspective.
Oh my
It's like-
god, Will Ferrell's face, not Will Ferrell, Will Smith's face in that fucking movie.
I'm talking shit about Ratatouille while Shark Tale exists. You know what I mean?
guess.
It's
Yeah.
perspective. Yeah, man.
I saw Shrek 3 in theaters.
Again, you had to go for 3 after 2 burned you.
Even when I was like, 12? I watched the movie. I was like, that was just nothing. What the fuck?
I
This is
forget.
bad.
I think I saw Shrek 1 in
Shrek
theaters.
the Third.
Shrek the Third.
Yeah.
Then there was a 4th one, I believe.
Do you know that Shrek was really well regarded when it came out? Like
I remember that. Yes.
Like it
was,
I think it won Academy Award for Best Animated Feature.
It was a sensation.
Yeah, like people like.
I really
People thought it was
because-
just really brilliant parody
just
of
like-
Disney.
Yeah, because
like
adults weren't used to like children's films making cultural references, I guess. So it was
Yeah.
all cultural references.
And now it just
was
doesn't hold
oh
up.
my gosh, they're making references to Pretty Woman and The Matrix probably. I don't know.
There's the Matrix's movie too.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like you look back upon it now, it's like it's so dated.
Yeah.
I mean, which has been said to death, of course.
I don't know.
In-
The first ones might not be bad.
It's fine, I'm sure.
No, I
haven't
watched
seen
it.
in a while.
I think I watched it a year ago, and I enjoyed it. Like genuinely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. DreamWorks, what was their when people said like this is the DreamWorks Renaissance, like they're hitting the prime, was like How to Train Your Dragon 1, which
People
is
like that movie.
I didn't
haven't
like
seen
it.
I think that movie's like
And
it's fine.
yeah, it's fine. I think it's definitely.
I give it like a nod, like all right.
You're just sitting in the theater the whole time, just going like, yeah.
Nods respectfully towards that movie. Like,
There's nothing about that movie that just blew
Respect
me
that
away.
movie's boundaries and privacy.
yes, it's like it's good. That's a decent film. Good job.
Just
You
ignore
got
the,
one.
just ignore the haters. How to Train Your Dragon.
gotta
You
win.
gotta just keep
I
going.
remember I was at this summer camp. It was a Christian summer camp.
And they forced us to watch How to Train Your Dragon.
No.
How to train your libido.
witchcraft.
Don't fuck on the reg.
How to train the evil
And
demon
anyways,
inside you.
we were supposed to do this outdoor activity,
How to cleanse your sin.
but it started to storm, and so we all went inside the chapel and watched Over the Hedge. Oh my god, I
Okay.
hated it then, and I.
Is that DreamWorks?
What?
Over the Hedge?
Yeah, very DreamWorks.
Okay.
I saw
accepted Satan, like right then and there.
He promised you that he would stop the movie if you just sold your soul to him. And he's like,
Oh, yeah.
fucking go for it, Satan.
I knew it like 10. I'm like I not to date myself.
I don't
but,
think
like,
it's that old. I don't think that movie's that old.
So I had a friend who was like, we should watch Over the Hedge. I'm like, fuck off with Over the Hedge.
So he wasn't your friend anymore.
And she's like, we're gonna watch Over the Hedge tonight. I'm like, no, we're not watching Over the Hedge. We're gonna watch
Typical girl.
Princess Bride. It's gonna be amazing. And
Good choice.
I still to this day have managed to not watch that movie once, despite
Princess Bride or Over the Hedge?
Of course, I've seen Princess Bride. It's
Okay.
like the best. But yeah, I've avoided Over the Hedge. Like I've never even.
You
seen
might
a
live
second
longer
of that
than
film.
me because of that.
I saw both Garfield movies in theaters.
Okay, though. Never mind. You're gonna fucking
I
die.
might have seen the first one in theaters.
I've seen the first one on TV.
Man, Bill Murray.
Jesus.
So Bill Murray, the reason
that was Bill Murray.
Does everybody know the reason why he took that role?
Nope.
He was either broke, or it was a joke,
Nope.
or he
So-
had to
so-
for some sort of public service because he drove drunk or something.
Ethan,
That's
the
that way, that
writer
would
for
make
that
sense.
film is Ethan Cohen,
Right.
not of Coen Brothers fame.
Sure.
He took it like, oh man, the Coen Brothers are making a Garfield movie that's great. And then he gets there and he realizes this is not the Ethan Cohen that we know and love. It's a different Ethan
shit,
Cohen.
really?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I didn't know
That is the
spelled the
actual
same?
reason.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! Oh, so one of the Coen brothers is named Ethan Cohen.
Ethan and Joel Cohen are the two,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
two
wow.
Coen brothers, and it was written by Ethan Cohen.
Holy
Wait,
shit!
so Bill Murray was tricked then, basically?
He wasn't tricked. He's just
It's like Garfield dies at the end and they sprinkle his ashes.
because Bill Murray is notoriously
Well, he doesn't eat
an
his lasagna.
eccentric, and he doesn't have an agent. He doesn't have an agent.
Yeah.
He has just a voicemail box
Yep.
that things get sent
Just want to
to.
be in Zombieland, bro?
And like fucking, hey, do I ever want to be? And that movie's good.
Yeah.
That movie's fine.
Sure, yeah,
It's like the
totally.
second best Jesse Eisenberg film.
Okay.
Mark
Continue.
Facebook.
No, keep going.
And that's how that disaster came to be.
Wow, what a horrible story. Isn't the second one, though?
So I think the contract was for 2 movies.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Imagine finding out.
And then you have to sit there for like a year and a half. It's like, look what I've done. Oh, God, I have to do it again.
Yeah.
This guy was in Ghostbusters. Caddyshack.
Yeah, speaking of people showing you movies, have you
Lost
ever
in Translation.
like had to watch a movie like because someone else suggested it and you had to pretend to laugh to be polite?
No, I never pretend to laugh.
Never. Okay.
It's like, this movie's bad.
You would. Okay.
No. What's even worse is if you're watching a movie that you didn't want to see, and something actually funny does happen, and you try not to laugh. So usually just blow out your nose and say.
Why do you guys do this? Don't have any pretense
Because
about
my cousin came over to my
That's
house.
That's different. That is your cousin. That's
and he
different.
wanted to watch Grown Ups because he said it was, quote, the funniest movie ever.
It's hilarious,
bro.
what do you know?
And he's the kind of guy where if I were to tell him that this movie sucks shit, he would probably get actually his feelings hurt.
Oh, no.
So I had to sit through all of Grown Ups going, ha ha ha. Oh, he just got stabbed in the nuts with a...
Dude, I just got stabbed in the nuts with
an arrow.
With an arrow. But like, I think almost everyone I know at this point is respect.
Well, sure, yeah, all your friends are obviously gonna, you're not gonna,
Totally. It's like
I think the most recent I've done was I haven't had to watch a movie like you had to in a long time, but the most recent thing was I was with some lady friends, and they're like, let's watch She's the Man, starring Amanda Bynes.
Oh wow.
And I watched the movie once when I was a kid because, Amanda Bynes.
Sure.
Amanda Bynes.
You gotta watch anything from Amanda Bynes.
Dude, fucking seal of quality.
Yep, always.
And there was one joke in that movie I liked where Channing Tatum...
I forgot he's in there. Holy shit.
He puts a tampon in his nose because he has a bloody nose. And ever since I watched the movie as a child, I'm like, that's a really fucking good idea. That's a good way to get rid of blood from your nose, is to put a tampon up your nose. I need to try that sometime. I need to go to the tampon store.
What's that movie rated?
That's PG. I think it's PG.
It's
got to be PG. It's so
weird.
It's nothing. Like, to be a really weird thing to waste your PG on, you know what I mean?
I guess it's happened before though.
I think it was actually a Nickelodeon film, so it must have been.
One of the last times, one of the last times that we both, I don't think Steven was there, or maybe you were. One of the last times we both tried to hang out with other not crazy people was we went over to your lady friend's house, and we sat in the basement with a bunch. With a bunch.
Steven stayed. That was the thing.
Oh shit!
No. I ended up.
Okay, he left.
Okay.
But yeah, we sat in this basement with a bunch of people we went to high school with, and they're all cool young people, and they all wanted to watch.
Sexy, svelte.
They just the sexiest goddamn
20-year-old girls
of all time.
And you guys left,
and they wanted, and we wanted to watch Face Off, starring Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, which, to be fair, is one of the greatest movies ever made.
It's in my top 25 favorite movies,
easily.
Unironically.
Absolutely. I mean, it is. It's when you say unironically,
I know what that movie is going
is
for.
dumb.
I am laughing with that movie because it knows.
Because the movie, yes.
It's not ironic.
And we showed them 5 minutes of
this is stupid.
And everyone was just like, "What? What is this? No, come on!" And so they wanted to watch "Never Back Down."
Never Back Down 2, The Back Down.
That's not what it's called.
That's not my joke either. I can't even take credit for that one.
But it wasn't the second one?
No, it was the first movie.
Okay, all right.
The 2 is the beat.
I wouldn't have fucking noticed because
even
paying attention to it,
I think you guys missed the point of that. Is not all people want to put a movie on so they can sit down and watch the movie intently.
But you don't have to do that with
Face
Off.
We were planning on...
I think they were planning on just putting on a movie for background noise.
You could do that with Face Off. It's the best background noise.
But see, the first thing...
you guys kept being like, oh, watch this part.
The first thing they wanted to watch was White Chicks.
Yeah.
And then we actually ended up forcing them not to watch White Chicks. Or actually, maybe it was maybe they realized, okay, this is actually terrible.
I think we
and then they put on Never.
We used our one veto for White Chicks.
Yeah, and then after about half an hour of Never Back Down,
it might 20 minutes.
I think it was. It felt like forever.
I can't believe we.
But we actually left the party after being there for less than an hour. Just like, no, we got it.
All right.
Sorry.
The time
we went and watched Face Off. No, what
I don't think we watched Face Off. We did something interesting though.
Yeah, something not watching.
Not watching Never Back Down.
Yeah.
The time before that we went there, it was you and I, and then them. we try to convince them to watch VHS, and we're like, oh yeah, would be a great idea. We watch.
It's a fun party movie.
Yeah,
sure.
But
one of the best experiences I've ever had watching a movie at a party.
Oh, absolutely. But that was like with us guys. But like, didn't really work out for them. They decided to watch something else. Oh, I don't think we watched Cabin in the Woods. I think
good movie. It's fun.
Yeah, which ended up being fine. And so I think their idea is like, oh boy, Ethan's coming over with the guys. I wonder what they're gonna make us watch this time.
They never even gave Face Off a chance.
Maybe when they left, they were all just like, oh, thank Christ.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
They brought this upon themselves. They invited me for round 2.
I think they invited you. I don't know if they invited
I asked if I could bring my boys, because I was already with my boys at that point. I'm like, I'm not fucking splitting for my boys. I ride with my motherfucking boys.
So you said, can I bring my boys? And she was like, okay.
She's like, But she likes Declan, and she likes Steven.
Sure.
So she likes both. She said in separate occasions, I really like Declan. And she's like, Steven's fine.
All right.
Oh, right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Just slowly working my way in there.
Yeah, dude.
I'll get there someday.
Yes. When you're 35 and she's a single mom.
Yeah, she's gonna come crawling back. It's like, hey, you're that guy I went to high school with. I need your dick. Because I just realized that you're a genius and also the best person ever. I need to bear your seed.
Yes.
I love your taste in anime.
I've been listening to your podcast, and your taste is immaculate.
And then she
You're easily the best Weebo.
I need you to split me wide open.
Yes, split her wide open.
I'm just, man.
I'm gonna take a chunk off your ass.
One day one day when I finally touch a woman, maybe we're gonna be in the midst of it, and I'm gonna text Ethan and say, hey, I need you to come over and do this thing because it's gonna be hilarious, and you're gonna pop in, your head's gonna pop in the window, and you're gonna yell, split you wide open, and then you're gonna duck out and leave.
So I'm imagining,
and she's gonna look over the window like, did you hear that? Like, no, that's just me thrusting.
I'm imagining the scenario in which she's like, Declan, I need you so bad, and she's like, hold on, and she taps you on the shoulder, and you're wearing your VR headset and earbuds. Like, hey, I'm talking to you. What? Oh fuck!
How the fuck did you get here?
I was not in this lolly world. I swear I was not.
I'm gonna return to lolly world someday. My dreams can become reality.
Yeah. What a sordid life we live.
Nope.
A life of adventure.
No one will understand.
I pretty much just do this.
Yeah. Oh man.
Maybe I'm out of touch. No, it's children that are wrong.
Yes. And on that note,
we're done.
Good night.
It's all over.
Good night.
If in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening,
and good night.
Yeah.